Our 11 Alive team has covered the opioid epidemic here in Georgia extensively. Our digital series, The Triangle, focused on drug abuse in the metro Atlanta suburbs. And one of the people we interviewed was Dustin Daigle. He spoke openly about his own battle with drugs and his efforts to try to get sober after seeing so many of his friends die. Sadly, we just learned today that Dustin passed away this week. 11 Alive's Doug Richards is sharing his story. Doug?
Well, Cheryl, Dustin Daigle was a young man who had struggled for much of his adult life with opioid addiction. Authorities in Palm Beach County, Florida, found his body yesterday. A police sergeant there tells me that authorities suspect that he died of a heroin overdose.
I've been sober about 6 months now.
Dustin Daigle talked to us 3 years ago.
In the past 2 years, I've had 8 friends die from overdoses.
He'd shown us a Chattahoochee High School yearbook and images of some of his friends for an 11 Alive online investigation on suburban opioid addiction.
It's kind of like a triangle just north of Atlanta.
The investigation found staggering numbers of young people who died from overdoses in some of Atlanta's wealthiest suburbs.
We found about 40 young people who all passed away of heroin-related deaths. And all of them are in our triangle, in that geographic triangle.
25-year-olds.
My age.
All died.
My age.
And they're all from this area.
Yep.
Heroin.
Yes.
We had used painkillers before, towards the end of high school. And then once the painkillers got too expensive, about 6 months later, we started using heroin.
3 years ago, Dustin Daigle told us he had kicked heroin, but he admitted it was a daily struggle, just as he said it was a struggle to attend the funerals of his friends who couldn't.
I went to one. After the first one, I couldn't really bring myself to go to the others, because all you really think about when you're still using is you're going to be the next one, and that's going to be your funeral that all your friends are at, crying, your family's crying. I'm just tired of it.
Funeral services haven't been announced yet for Dustin Daigle. A police investigator tells me that he had a job and a girlfriend in Lantana, Florida. The girlfriend called police last night. They found Dustin's body and drug paraphernalia locked in a bathroom at his workplace. Police tell me they are trying to find who provided the heroin that they think killed him. Cheryl.
All right, Doug. 11 Alive's award-winning investigation team has been covering this opioid epidemic for the last several years. As you heard, you can check out our 5-piece digital series. It is called The Triangle, and you can watch it on 11alive.com.